this is Lobido Gaming TV, welcoming you back together with my friend Schultzy, and we're doing a factions tutorial. Factions based on a Minecraft community build server, which I am very actively on, as well as my friend Schultzy. He's like a factions expert on the server. Say hi, Schultzy.
Hello.
Introduce yourself, please.
I'm Schultzy. I own the faction Apex on MCB. We're currently ranked number 2 on the server, and we're a big raiding faction, I guess, too.
Yeah, you're the big raiding faction. If you ever mess with them, you know you're gonna get bombed, man. And we're kind of like the peaceful, like building
Yeah,
faction, and you're more the raiding war type guy.
yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, but that also sums up factions, because what we're gonna do this show, this is actually the pilot. So if you like this pilot, do leave a like, do subscribe, do show your love, share with all your loved ones, show us what that you like this episode, because we really appreciate it and we want to continue this series for you. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna explain to you what factions really is. Factions is very wide, very expansive, and it is different for every kind of server, but we want to give you the experience that we got, and we want to give you like the basics of factions. And on that note, yeah, Schultzy got disappeared, but yeah,
Yeah.
Schultzy, could you take it away? Could you tell us what is factions? Where are you? Where are you?
I'm right here. I dropped a witherhead and then picked it up.
All right.
But factions is a survival game mode based on creating your own team, which is known as a faction itself. There's a few aspects to factions itself, so you can either be like, I guess, Lobido side, where you're the building more of a giant base, farms, grinders, redstone contraptions, and kind of play the defensive side of it. Or you're kind of like my faction Apex, where we're more of the offensive, where we still build bases and everything, but yet we go for raids and everything. So it's kind of just pitting your team against another team, trying to be the overall top team, and you can have allies and truces and enemies all over the server.
All right, cool. Well, that's factions in a nutshell, guys. So, what happens on a faction server, which is not standard on a server? I mean, we got griefing, we
Raiding, withers.
absolutely creepers. You know, some servers have creeper X. MCB faction doesn't have that. But yeah, Schultz, just what can you expect when you join a faction server?
Uh, it's kind of something that's a risky play if you're kind of new, which is the problem. If you don't know what you're doing and you end up building a base quite close to spawn and it gets raided, you'll tend seeing quite a bit of new mad people that they got raided. And
Yeah,
then even when you got the pro players and then they get raided, it's still quite entertaining to watch. But
yeah, that's so true. I've got raided so many times, especially in the beginning, also by Schultzy. But you know,
yeah,
yeah, it's a learning curve, man. It's a steep learning curve, but we're here to help you guys with that. And a few things that we're gonna help you with is, well, today we're gonna do the basics like commands, shop, what are you going to encounter, and further on in the episodes we will actually help you also with finding a base, making a base, finding an enemy base, how to raid the base, etc, etc, etc. We're gonna
yeah,
cover each and every aspect of a faction server. And yeah, Schultz is gonna be my guiding light in this, because to be honest, he taught me everything I know. And yeah, Schultz, I hope you can also give all that experience as your Wither Skull to the
yeah.
viewers at home. So yeah, what's the next point on the agenda? I think it's the commands, right?
Commands? Yeah,
So let's walk over right to the commands right over here, because we got a little thing set up for the viewers at home. Oh yeah, and it's called the commands, because every server has certain commands. And certain commands you have to think about, like slash vote. That's a pretty big important thing for every server. But voting is something that helps your server get bigger in the list. So you know they can become #1 in the advertisement list, so that people join you sooner than the rest. Which means that they will reward you for voting. On MCB it's also like that. You get money, you get points sometimes, and You can get lucky and get some certain items. And my understanding is that a lot of servers do this. Is that right, Sulci?
Yeah, I think MCB is 10 engine points, a diamond, $200, and then there's lucky votes, and for now.
Yeah, and a lucky vote could even get you a sharpness 7 sword. I mean, how awesome is that?
Or 50 grand.
Or 50 grand, indeed, indeed. And you know, those are just a few of the server commands you can get. And a server command could also be like /spawn, which teleports you right into spawn. And a lot of the servers have in factions at least like a kit starter. So if you do, I'll type it for you. Kit / kit starter. You know, it will give you a kit. And it will give you a kit. And what we mean by a kit is some basic items to get you started. So if you're ever new on a server, especially on a faction server, and you don't know what to do and you don't have any items and you want to get a quick start, ask if there is a starter kit available. Also, for good measure, always ask for stuff instead of complaining or whining about it, because asking will get you way further. Regarding server commands, Schultz, do you know any server commands which we have to attend to here?
Well, like besides the stuff you can buy on the donor shop, like the point shop, I guess. But
well, that's true. That's true. Good for you to point out, because some of the servers actually offer certain added bonuses, like MCB adds a hat function where you can wear items as a hat. It gives you time set day command. It can give you certain heal command.
AFK exempt.
Yeah, AFK. So that's like the /AFK /end chest /workbench.
More set homes.
More set homes. Absolutely. Which brings me to the next one, the /F home, because factions is all about having a group, having a community base, having a community vault, community items, community everything actually, so that you can become the biggest group, like the most badass group. And we actually have a cow joining my group. But /F home is what brings you back to that base. If the leader of your group has set a F home, it means that whenever you type /F home, you will teleport right into that base. So whenever you need to go back to the base, just remember F/home. And also, if you do /warp, for instance, if you have like a mob arena or PvP, you can do /warp PvP, go there, /warp mob arena, go there. But that's also always server specific. And indeed, my good friend Schultz is pointing out that you also have warp north, warp south, warp east, warp west on a lot of servers. We'll go into that deeper when we go into this, what to look for in a spawn. But those are types of things that you will come across to in a faction server. And then also, if you are curious onto who's online, because let's face it, it's a community server. You know, you play with others. You always play, don't always play nice, but you always play with people. And if you want to see who's online, you can always do /list, or you can press tab. That's just a little thing, you know. Get to know your fellow people on the server, like really quick. And if you want to know how much money you got, because that's also important on the faction server. Am I right, Schultz?
Yes, very important.
Yeah, and Schultz is like, are you the #1 right now on the MCP server?
No, helm. Take the helm is.
Take the helm. Oh, that bleep. This is YouTube, right? I can't swear. Well, yeah, he's been working really hard to get his money up as high as possible, because with money you buy stuff, and it's in-game money, because you also got a shop. He's getting the cow. But you also get money from with money you can buy stuff from the shop. And with that shop you can buy like obsidian or diamonds or food or whatever your faction might need. Instead of getting it, you might just decide to buy it. And /bell top will give you a view of whoever is the most wealthiest. And /balance will give you an overview of your own money. And if you do a faction command which does /f money bell or /f money the amount, f money bell will give you the faction money amount. So how rich is your faction? /f money the amount will /f will mean it's a faction command. /f money means it has to do with money. /F money D means deposit, a W for withdrawal. And if you do /F money D with, let's say, 1,000, you will deposit $1,000 into your faction account, which will always be liked by your fellow members. And then you say, well, what do we need all that money for in our faction? I could use it well. Well, that's easy, because you have to claim your ground. We'll come to the claiming of the ground later. Just know that if the leader of the faction will need to have extra, well, land, he will also need to pay for it. So if he has to do F claim, he will need your money to do so. And you can always ask your leader if there is more need for money, because it's not always need for money. And then we have a little thing that Schultz taught me as well. It's /F map on. Do you want to tell the people why this is so important?
Because when you claim, okay, so there's basically a radar that's not always on. You have to physically turn it on and off yourself. When you claim a piece of land, it will appear on this radar with like a slash or a question mark or some kind of symbol. So when you're roaming in the wilderness and you have /F map on, you can end up finding other people's claimed land, and that can possibly get you a raid.
True, true. So that's also why people sometimes do not claim their land and just keep their bases hidden. Vulnerable, but hidden. Right?
Yeah.
So what happens with my grinder? If that's ever found, I'm so bleeped. And then this last one. Well, yeah, it's the Fhelp, /Fhelp. So if you ever need any basic faction command, you know, like the deposit or the withdrawal or anything you might need in a faction, you just type in /Fhelp and it will give you all the commands.
So as well as with the faction help, you can always ask the staff members on the server for help as well. So the staff members are myself, and then there's Train Kid, Anxious Wreck, Vurum, Jade.
And you got Vurum. You got Vurum as well, right?
Yeah. I feel like I'm missing someone, and I'm gonna feel bad if I do.
Well, yeah, you should feel bad then, dude. Because they're your friends.
Yeah, Anxious, Jade, Train, and Vurum, and me. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but that's only for the MCB factions. If you have on the other server, you can always ask staff for help when you don't know what to do with the commands. They will be happy to oblige you. And for the next part, we have to go to the MCB faction server.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Indeed.
And here we are. Go to click the playmcbfactions.com sign. If you want to play on the MCB server, you can just click on the sign, or, well, you know, easy would be just type in the IP address into your direct connect, and yeah, well, come play with us, man. And here we are at the MCB faction spawn point. We taken a tactical position because now we got the MCB sign behind us, which we are very proud of course, because Minecraft Community Builds is happy to give you this server. And you can find the IP address of the server in the description. But if you join, you know, that's why you also watch the show. You want to know what you're gonna do, and a few things you gotta do in the spawn is know what to look for. And Schultz, he's an expert in the spawn. He knows what you gotta look for and why you gotta look for him. So yeah, we'll head into that. I will go into first person view to make it a little bit easier for myself, but also for you to follow Schultz. And we'll go right into that. What is the next thing we're going to look for in the spawn, Schultz?
I guess it'd be the shop on your left up here.
Let's move on to the shop. Ooh, nice daily deal.
So you can basically buy anything you want here: ores, gems, TNT, obsidian, bookshelves. The next floor up is kind of your redstone stuff, diamond armor, diamond tools, and then it's all food. And if you want to buy something, all you have to do is right click with your hand and you will buy something. While I'm here, I might as well buy carrots. I need them.
You need carrots?
Yeah, for the villager farm. That's how you make them breed.
Ah, alright. Well, I'm gonna buy a cookie. There we go. I bought myself a cookie. You want a cookie as well?
I can't eat it because I'm not hungry yet.
Ah. All right. So yeah, the shop is a very important part of the spawn because you know whatever you need, but you don't have the time to collect, you can get right here.
And deal of the weeks are nice too because like these XP bottles right now, that's 10 for 2,500, and the usual price is 10 for 3,250.
Yeah, that's a big saver. You don't even have to turn in a coupon.
No.
So what's next?
On the left here, we've got our top 3 factions, which is updated every 2 weeks or so.
Wait. So when is the Frog Force on there?
Because Ted became super inactive.
Couple of days.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So first place has a diamond armor, second place iron, third leather, and like you see here, if you have a faction banner, it will be displayed. But I don't think you or Tepe have banners yet.
Nope, not yet. I'm working on it. But why is this important to know?
Just so you know, like which factions you might want to try to ally with, or who might be a threat to you.
Good one. Or who to avoid in combat.
Yeah. And then you've got, this is kind of more just for bragging rights, kinda. This was my old username, so that's why it's different. But just how many votes you have overall.
Yeah, that's, you know, just indeed just a bit of bragging rights because you can do /vote. But we can like expand on that on the left, right?
Yeah. And then over here you can step into one of these podiums and you'll get the link for voting for the server. On our right here we've got enchanting table and ender chests.
Which are available to all.
Yeah. And then you got your repair hand, which is very helpful. Your warp, north, west, east, and south, those will teleport you 1,000 blocks out from spawn. And then you got the weather. If it's raining, you can make it sun time. If it's day, I can just right click it and turn it to night. And then if I want, I'll turn it back to day.
And if I do it with repair hand, let's see if I have no, that's good. I got a pickaxe which is slightly damaged, and it's a very good pickaxe. I want to repair it. It will cost me 5k. I have the pickaxe in my hand and I'll just right click it and it's repaired.
Yeah.
So what else is there to look for in spawn?
I guess a notable thing, spawn is inside a safe zone, so inside the safe zone there's no mobs. I don't think you can die. Then this is kind of all just for decoration, make the spawn look nice. I think this was built by Mev.
Kinda, yeah. It was a team effort.
Yeah.
But it's indeed the theme of the Romans versus the Egyptians, which is on this server. And a noteworthy thing about this is indeed this is a safe zone, and you also have a PvP zone around almost every server safe zone, right?
Yeah, like right here is all war zone. So if we step in the war zone, you can see. Oh wait, I can't PvP here. Yeah, we can hit each other.
And there you also see the PvP logging. I tagged him. Yeah. So that's if he logs on now or logs off now, he will die.
Yeah, and I'd preferably not do that because I have a lot of stuff on me.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, if he would have logged out right now, he would have died. And that will also mean lose power and give me stuff, you know. So that's what PvP logging does. It prevents you from logging out when you have been attacked, because you know everybody would just log out if they would have been attacked then. So these are kind of the things that you have to, well, you know, take into consideration when you come into a new server, that these spots here are also, if I believe the war zone, if I have an ally with me here, like a faction member, I can also hit him, right?
Yeah, do I have any faction members on? I don't. That's a problem.
Well, we're allies, and I could hit you.
Yeah, but that's true also, yeah. And then another thing, this is, if you PvP out here, you will lose your items, you will drop stuff. But if you type /warp, you can see that there is a warp PvP, which I will go to now.
Oh yeah, but that's also kind of server specific.
Yeah. Well, every server's kind of got their own thing going on.
Yeah, and we got a PvP arena which is behind us here, and
PvP spawn, I guess.
Yeah, PvP spawn arena. So, and Schultz is already down there. Man, he's quick. So this is where you can just attack everyone that's in the arena. It's you don't lose any power. We will go into that in depth later, but you'll keep your own items and your own stuff, and you just try to kill each other. And
oh, that hurts.
Schultz is getting naked. I mean,
nope, that hurts really badly.
I know.
No.
And now I kill him. So he will respawn right into spawn. And hey, wait, I wasn't even wearing armor, dude.
I didn't think we were fighting.
Well, go ahead and kill me so I can show the people where you will respawn, and to show them also that you don't lose any power. Holy crap! Wow, that did a lot of damage.
And another thing, if you name your weapon, you will get like what I have there. And the only reason I have that weapon name is because I was fighting another member named Tepe, and you're kind of fun to annoy a little bit to me. So
yeah,
kind of just a taunting thing.
Yeah, that's indeed the extra blame factory. Oh, look at that!
If you press T and you open up chat and you highlight your mouse over the sword name, it will tell you the enchantments on that sword.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. And then we got onto the shop part of the faction server, because every faction server has a shop. Either a shop from the server itself or a shop from the players. And some even have both, like MCP. At the moment we only have a shop from the server. But we also have player shops in the future, which will allow a economy to strive and just develop from the players out. And the way it works is that I've made a little shop behind me, and we'll make a example chest of how to make a chest in your own server, or actually in your own player shop. So I'll go back to F5 mode and see you guys then. Cut. Alright, go into F5 mode, go into the shop. Fuck, yeah, this is my first person. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. This is my shop, just for this server, just for the tutorial. I made a big shop sign, and we got Chelsea and myself going here. This is our shop, and we have a little bit of well, example shop here. Normally, if you have a player shop, you cannot open these chests. It will say you are not allowed to open up these containers. And how I put two chests, like normal chests, besides each other, is by having a trap chest and a normal chest side by side. Then it will not connect into a double chest. So if you're ever into space in your player shop, that's a little trick you can use. But if you want to sell something, you have to have a sign on the chest saying what you're selling. In this case it would be gold. The amount you're selling, in this case it would be 1, and how much it will cost to buy. So if you do B space 10, in this case it would buy 1 gold ingot for 10 bucks, for $10 or 10, whatever the in-game currency might be. If somebody would right click the sign, it will buy 1 piece of gold ingot. If it would shift click, it will buy a full stack of ingot. The amount which they click will be deducted from which is in the chest. So it will not spend all 32 at once, it will just take out 1 for every click. If you would want to sell 10 gold, you have the price times 10. Or you might say, well no, if somebody buys 10, I would want to have it cheaper for them, you know, like an incentive to buy more. You can just do item, amount, buy price, price amount. And the reason I leave the top line open is because it would automatically add in your name. So in this case it will be Lobido Gaming TV. The way it looks is like you place your chest, shift click onto it, skip the first line, type in the item, type in the amount, type in B space 50. In this case, you will buy 50 gold ingots for 50 bucks. And that's kind of how the shop system works. And I believe, Schultz, you have a few add-ons to that.
Yeah. Spawners can't be sold in player shops. We've tried them in the past, and like you can make the sign and everything, but it'll just give you an error code or something. Enchanted books, I haven't seen a shop that sells them correctly yet, so you can just have them in a chest and players contact you. The third sign is just another way of setting up your shop. And then another thing to note is that you're not allowed to store items in your shop as like a personal vault kind of thing. Otherwise your shop will be disbanded.
True, because that's of course an unraidable vault, because no other players can access your chest at all. I tried that in the beginning, like the innocent person that I am, not realizing that, you know, that's kind of cheating. Also, I got a little thing as well, because if you ever want to have like one of these, like spawners can't be sold through player shops or enchanted books cannot be sold through the chest, you can still make like a sign on top. Oh wait, wow, you just put like a shitload of TNT in that one. I don't know why though. Like saying sharpness 2 by 10,000 PME. Lobido Gaming TV. If you do it like this, people will know you have it for sale for that price and that they should contact you. That's one of the ways you can also sell in a player shop, but it's not a direct sale. So that's also one of the things that you can do to to liven it up a little bit. What's up with you and the wither skeletons, man?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. So after this, we're done for today. I think we're heading up to the MCMMO stats, which we'll explain further in the MCB faction server. And yeah, we'll see you back there again. And the last part of our pilot episode is going to be about MCMMO. What is it and what are the effects? The effects in depth we are not going to explain. There are a load of tutorials about MCMMO and what the different effects are and what you can get. Just know that MCMMO is a plugin designed to give your character a sort of role-playing experience, because whatever you do gets amplified in levels. And to look at what kind of stats you got, you just press MC stats, just exclamation, oh no, not exclamation mark, just slash MC stats, and you see your power level. And your power level is tuned up by how often you repeat a certain, movement, for instance. I got a very high level in mining. That's because I am a miner. I love to mine, make those strip mines. And with every block I mine, my mining will go up a level. And at certain points in that mining, you will gain extra bonuses. For instance, if I hit a 500 in mining, it might auto smelt iron ore into an iron ingot. It might. Does not every time do it, but it might. Also, it increases my chance at double drops. So with a 14x, that can really increase my drops. Excavation is type of sand digging. Swords is, well, how good are you with swords. Also can cause your enemy to bleed. Wood cutting is also with trees. Of course, the more trees you chop, the better you get at it, the more wood you get from a tree. Axes will cause people to get knocked back and critical hits, all kind of jazz. Herbalism is with plants. You might actually like restock plants. Acrobatics, also herbalism. I think you can actually walk across fields. Is that right, Schultz?
Acrobatics?
No, herbalism.
I've never looked in the herbalism. I'm gonna check the wiki on that one quickly.
Alright. Well, acrobatics is the chance to fall down from great heights and do not get damaged. Alchemy is, well, actually increases the kind of potions that you can make. You know, sometimes you can only make a speed potion, but with this you can also make regeneration potions. A repair is the ability also in the end salvage items. Archery. I have no clue what that does actually. But you know, you can level it up by using your bow and arrow a lot more.
Archery gives you automatic chance at using infinity on a bow, and
Alright.
it does the effect as like bleed, and then also when it gets to like level 850 plus, it also has a chance to paralyze your enemy.
Wow, paralyzing enemy sounds like Imba.
Oh, and I found the herbalism here. So herbalism, you can get chance to get 3 times drop from harvesting plants.
Alright.
If you have seeds in your inventory and you left click cobblestone, you have a chance of getting mossy stone brick. If
Oh,
you
cool.
click stone brick, you have a chance of getting mossy stone brick, and if you click dirt, it may change to grass. When harvesting a fully grown plant, there's a chance for the player to instantly replant. The growth of the plant depends on how high your level is. Using a mushroom on a block of dirt will attempt to use shroom thumb. If successful, it will turn the block of dirt into a block of mycelium, consuming both a red and brown mushroom to do so.
Alright, cool. Wow, that's a lot though. Taming has to do with wolves, horses, all that kind of jazz.
Oh, I should show the little trick with taming.
Oh yeah, you go ahead and collect your stuff. Fishing, I can see him through the wall. Fishing is actually, well, just leveled up by going fishing, man. You can fish up all kinds of stuff out of the water. It's a very good way to get your very unique items which you cannot normally get. But beware, because you can also fish up poison potions and TNT and all kind of stuff. Unarmed is kind of a ninja skill, because unarmed, when you level it up, it is a very lethal skill, especially when combined with an invisibility potion. Just imagine just having a few bubbles around you. That's it. That's all players can go on, and you can critically hit all of them. I mean, it's very difficult, but it's a good thing to level up if you have the option.
Just gotta grab bones for the wolf.
Alright, well, Schultz is gonna come back for taming. Show us what kind of tricks he got in taming. And the MCMMO stats, like I said, is just a plug-in to give yourself a little bit more of a role-playing aspect on the server and an added bonus to it. So the more you play, the more you do, the more you are rewarded with, well, extra benefits. It also gives you certain goals which you want to pursue. For instance, I want to become a level 1000 miner, just because then I'll get a treat from the server as to reaching 1000. Yeah, you got a 1000 miner. I know you got a 1000 miner.
I'll toss you the pickaxe so you can see what you get.
Do I want to know?
Actually, no. Well, with level 1000, you get what is known as the master tool. So once you reach 1000 mining, you gotta talk to the owner, and the master pick is efficiency 7 and unbreaking 10, and of course you can add silk touch or fortune stat if you want.
Yeah, I mean that's just insane. And yeah, those kind of benefits are all given by MCMMO stats. Normally, you would also have certain special right-click abilities, which can be like chopping down a tree completely in one time, or like having super mining speed, or whatever. On this server, the MCB server, it is all not enabled because of server lag, and also because you want to keep it fair. So yeah, it's not enabled on this server, but it is enabled on a lot of different servers.
And I'll TPA you here because I can only do the taming in Warzone, and I could not find the stuff for cats and wolves, so to explain it. But once you hold certain items in your hand, if you shift and left click with these items, it can spawn animals. So 10 apples in your hand and shift left click will spawn you a already tamed horse. You just need to put a saddle on it.
Ah, put a saddle on it. All the single ladies? Oh, no, wait, then, horses, ladies.
I don't have the items on me, but if you hold 10 bones in your hand and you shift left click, that'll spawn a tamed wolf. And if you hold 10 raw fish in your hand and shift left click, that'll give you a cat.
Alright, cool, an ocelot. Alright, so that's also a way to level up your taming?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. We'll go into depth on that as well, but if you want to go into depth in MCMMO effects, You know, it's better to just look up one of the many detailed YouTube series on that. I will see if I can find some good ones to put in the description. I'll have to ask for their permission first, but just log back and see if it's in the description. Until that time, yeah.
Oh, there's one more thing we
yeah?
forgot. The slash sell hand.
And one other command which is very important is the sell hand command. Sell hand command is one of the easiest way to earn money on servers, if it's enabled. On MCB faction server, we definitely enable it. So let's say you just dug out 64 dirt blocks, or grass blocks in this case. You just hold in your hand, do sell hand, and it will sell it. It will sell all 64 blocks. If you happen to have 64 more, it would sell 128 of them. So it will sell all the items which you hold in your hand at the same time.
Yeah, no, with sell hand it's weird because, like, if you have, so for example, if you have 64 stone in your, like, if you've got, if I take 3 stacks of stone in my inventory and I do slash sell hand, it will sell all the stone in my inventory.
Absolutely. That's what I wanted to say. So this was our pilot episode of MCB Factions tutorial, where we tried to explain the basics of becoming a factions master. This was just a quick guide of, if you're new, what are you gonna encounter. The future episodes will contain things like how to find a base or how to make a base, what are good options, what are you gonna encounter. Also, how does politics work on a server, how do, well, all kinds of stuff we got in raiding, of course, as well, we got in store for you. And I would of course like to thank Schultzy for being here and with all his faction wisdom, and you will see a lot from him in the future. And yeah, thanks a lot, Schultzy.
Fun time.
Yeah, fun times, right? So if you ever want to play on MCB Factions, just look up in the description, contact me, contact Schultzy, go to facebook.com and watch Lobido Gaming TV, or go to... Sorry?
And then they can also use the forums.
Yeah, they can also use the forums as well. Just Google MCB Factions, man, you'll find it, definitely. And we're happy to see you there. And if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Join us as well. Be a part of the Wolf Pack. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.